Hi there. I'm going to give you a quick little tutorial on black sea glass because it seems so many of you love it. And this one's going to help you with dating. If you're lucky, you'll find a bottle lip or a bottle bottom, although some of the bottoms don't tell you very much and they're very hard to see through with a flashlight. But this is going to be a little talk on bottle bottoms. Here's a selection right here. 1800s. Many of these I found up in New Brunswick, Canada. A lot of rum running activities going on there in the mid-1800s up to the early 1900s. This group here, a lot of these you find in UK, very worn, very hard to actually find any kind of embossing marks, just a few, because the embossing marks help you determine the age. So if you're looking at all of these, see how different the bottoms are? So let's look at each one. Now this is a very heavy bottle bottom. I can't tell if it has bubbles in it or not. It's hard to see through with a flashlight. And this is the oldest baby here. It's 1840 to 1860. The one in front of it, with no embossing but a pot-till mark, is also on the older side. It's 1860 to 1880. This guy is a gin bottle. See how square? They started making them this way because it was easier to transport them. Got to get the booze to the people. 1860 to 1880. And here's a smaller fellow. Looks more hand-blown, really, though it was in a mold too. This is 1860. Then we come over to these guys. This one is very, very heavy. And ordinarily I'd say heavy might be a sign of age, but in some cases it's not. This one is 1860 to 1870. And its counterpart here, which looks similar, but it's not. It's got a little bit more. Number one, it's not as heavy. You can see straight through it to the green. Green and amber, a deep green, an olive green, and an amber are the telltale signs of older bottles. This is 1900. So this is just a little over a century old. This is a beauty, really lovely. Perfect thing to put little shells in it or marbles on your desk. And this guy is 1870 to 1880. And the reason he's still shiny, see all the muck mark here? He was buried in the mud for years and years and years, so he didn't get as worn down as the sea glass here that's in the rough North Sea and the Atlantic Ocean. So he's pretty well preserved. And then this pretty little one with the embossing of the maker's mark. Those are giveaways. Someone could probably write me today and tell me, is this Saxler or something and what they made? I haven't looked it up, but I'm sure you know. The bottle guys I talked to said this one is about 1880 to 1900. So a lot of you call this sea glass. Oh, and look at this, by the way. Here is, this is a bottle top that would probably go to one of these. This is 1880. These bottle lips are much older. See how fragile they are? My guess these are late 1700s, maybe even older. See how the bottle lip there is tacked on. I'll do bottle lips another day. But one last thing I wanted to tell you. A lot of people call this black glass pirate glass for fun. And that is fun, although it was on everyone's tables for a century and a half, liquid and black bottles. I think of it more as mystery glass, because when you find it, you really not sure what you're finding. So here's, if you find a color like this, okay, this is an older color, so it's probably from an older bottle, this kind of olivey green. Now this isn't black glass at all. This is a multi from the shores of Seaham, England. See that? But if you look at it, it looks like a piece of black glass. This one, this is another telltale color of the older glass. This kind of amber color. This green, it's more of a grass green. This is not as old as the amber and the olive green bottles. This one is gorgeous. Look at this. But this isn't really a black glass. This is probably art glass or end of the day glass, because I think I found this in sea in England too. In this pretty little one, you find the amber pieces and the bottle brown pieces later on in the era. And here's a beautiful blue one. Hey, that's a multi too. Look at that, I have more multis than I realized. So this is the fun of black glass. They look like black rocks on the beach. Can you see the black rock here? They look just like this guy, a lot of them. And this is just a rock, rock. But if you hold these two together, it's really hard to tell which is which unless you see the little indentation there. And then if you hold it up to the light, and you hold this fellow up to the light and you get nothing. Anyway, happy hunting. I hope this helps you IDing your own treasures. See you later.